Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are finally here to start our class. And sorry about that. As I said, today we are going to treat unemployment. So you are welcome to at Sylvia Holla, which is the name of my channel. All right. And then, as I said, those who have not subscribed yet, please do and try hard to subscribe so that in case I load any video or we go live, you can get a notification that we are live. Wherever you are, you can join the class. So, once again, this is at Sylvia Hola, where economics for senior high school is made very simple, very, very simple for everyone to understand. So, as I said earlier in my introduction, we are going to take the topic unemployment. So, I want to find out if in any way you have heard of anything called unemployment, you have any idea of what unemployment is. You can feel free to share it in the comment section with me. All right, let's see what unemployment is. So if you have any idea of what unemployment is, please you can put it in the chat for me that I know unemployment could be this or could be that. And then I want us to also um, find out about this. I want to find out if, as I said, if you have heard of unemployment before, or if you have heard of it, where have you heard of it before? Is it that you have been unemployed yourself, or probably you heard it on the news or people talking about something called unemployment? So it is um, basically something you have heard people talk of, or something you have experienced of. So I know, as at this level, most of you would have tried to get a job, because if you are below 18 and you are in Ghana as I am talking, it means that you are not qualified to go for a job. And obviously, that's going to be like you are, we take it like child labor. So there's no way you say you have been unemployed yourself. But aside that, as I said, if you have heard of the term unemployment before, please make sure you put it in the chats for me, or probably you put it in the comment section for me. Yes, you have heard of it before, or no, you have not heard of it before, or you have heard others talk about it before. So in any way, just let me know. I'm curious to know what you are thinking about unemployment. But this situation we call unemployment is a very serious thing, like that people must take serious. It is not something like let's just learn the term unemployment, its implications, and then probably use it for write an exam and go. No, it's a very serious topic, such that if you look at the my thumbnail, right? I said that before you start thinking of having a job, you must know this. So if you are thinking of becoming whoever you are dreaming to become, a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher like me, um, you want to have your own job, you want to be self-employed. Any job you want to do, whether it's self-employed or any job you want to apply for, you need to take this topic seriously. You need to understand what it actually means and what it actually stands for. So once you understand it, it's going to make your path much easier than those who don't have anything or any knowledge about unemployment. So as I said, I want to reiterate that unemployment is not just a topic that you want to study because I know a topic called unemployment, its definitions, and I throw it away. But as I said, economics is a subject that we apply to real life. So once you know what unemployment is, and then you know the types of unemployment, the causes, then you want to know the solutions. So once you know a particular route, right, if you want to take it, it's far easier than you being ignorant about it. So my point is, this topic is very important for human life. It's not only important to human life, it is very important to every home, every family, every household, every nation. So that is why we hear people talking about unemployment as a national issue. We don't only hear it in our homes that, oh, my father is unemployed or my mama is unemployed or my uncle is, but you hear it as a national issue and it's even an international issue. So it's a very, 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 very serious um situation. Yes, I'm having Sophia, I can see your comments. You said unemployment is a situation whereby people in the working age are unable to find jobs to do. Yes, I think I like your definition. Is a nice one, yes, to go by. So now let's quickly see what we mean by what unemployment is. Unemployment is a situation where people who are capable and willing to work at the current wage rate do not find jobs. So as we said, unemployment is a situation where people who are capable and willing to work at the current wage rate do not find jobs. It is not only about human beings, it is also about, it's also a situation where an economy fails to make optimum use of its resources or its available resources. Hence, those resources that are not being used are unemployed. So it is not only about unemployment is not only about human beings. It is not only about people, as I said. It is also about resources that we use. So if probably a country has oil, a country has gold, has anything you can think of that is not being used, you can say that that resource is what? Unemployed. So that is what we want to talk about now. But for the purpose of this class, we are going to use that of human beings. So we are going to consider the unemployment that has to do with labor, the unemployment that has to do with labor. So that is what we are going to use. Don't know what is going on with the laptop right now. It's probably trying to misbehave some way. It's strange because I've not noticed this before. So please, in case the class goes off, don't worry, I will come back. I will come back, right? But for now, I think I can still be managing. If it starts misbehaving, I would have to go off and restart the machine and see. I don't know, machines can start behaving. Anyway, let's go back to what we are learning. As I said, the unemployment has to do with as I said, the unemployment is a situation where people who are currently looking for a job, that's my concentration. People who are currently looking for a job to do but cannot find one to do at the existing wage rate. So if, for instance, we are thinking of you are thinking of working, that the wage rates probably in Ghana, I don't know how much. I'm not saying I don't know how much. I want you to look for it yourself and let me know by our next class what try to find out yourself, and let me know in the comment section anytime you get it. We know that we have currently unemployment wage. Sorry, I was getting distraction from my phone, so sorry about that. We know that the unemployment is where people who really want to work, right, at the current wage, they are paying you 10 Ghana cedis per day. You are ready to do that job, but you cannot find that job to do. So it means that you are unemployed, right? So that is what the situation we are discussing right now. So you want to find out that, as I said, this unemployment situation is a national issue. It is also a domestic issue. That means it has to do with family, and national issue that has to do with the name, and then an international issue. So that is why we hear them like, what is the wage rate of unemployment? What's your unemployment rate? So people get concerned with that. I don't know how many of you probably would have heard in the news, wherever you are, that the unemployment rate maybe in Ghana or in Togo or in Nigeria or in the US is so high or is so low. Why? Because the rate help us to see how many people are really unemployed, right? So let's quickly talk about something small about the what the unemployment rate is. Unemployment rate is simply the rate at which people are unemployed in a country. So the rate that people are unemployed in a country is simply what we call unemployment rates. So if you want to calculate unemployment rates, that's why people can say that they have unemployment rates, they have 10%, 20%, 5%, 2%. How did they come about that? How did they get that figure? For you to calculate unemployment rate, you have to use the number of the unemployed in the country. So probably if you have if you have dealt with a topic like population or something, you will see that you have something called the unemployed. Sometimes the data is from the census, right, gives us number of people who are employed, those who are unemployed, and etc. So once you get a number of those who are unemployed in the country and divide it by the labor force, so number of unemployed people divided by the labor force times 100. So number of unemployed people, sorry, number of unemployed people divided by the labor force times 100. That gives you your unemployment rate. Let me try to share my screen and see what I'm trying to talk about. So for instance, if we take for instance this, you will see that the unemployed are currently unemployed. Let's take this question. If the number of unemployed people is 300, so the unemployed is 300, and the labor force is 5,000. For you to find the unemployment rate, you take your 300, divide it by 5,000, then you multiply it times 100%. The 5,000 is the labor force. The 300 people are those who are unemployed out of the labor force. And then we multiply by 100%. If the answer we get, if the answer we get is if the answer we get is for instance, per the question I gave you, the 300 divided by 5,000 times 100%, you should get 6%. So that 6% becomes your sorry, unemployment rate, right? Sorry, that's your 6% becomes your unemployment rate. So how we found it is as simple as I said. You take your um, number of unemployed people in the population or in the labor force divided by the labor force times 100. You can take note of that. Number of unemployed over the labor force times 100%. The answer you get gives you your unemployment rate. So basically, most countries strive hard to make sure that they fall within the the admirable or the normal or the efficient range of unemployment rate. So no matter which country you are, they want to fight to make sure that they are within 3.5 to 4.5%. That is the ideal range. That when you fall within your unemployment rate falls within, you are considered as an efficient country, right? So you see every country in the world trying to make sure that unemployment rate has reduced to such a rate that you can have 3.5% or 4.5. You have lower than that, that is good. But if you get within that range, it means that you are so efficient. The reason, so it is not possible. It is, when I say possible, means not possible. There's a 0% chance that a country will have 0% labor unemployment rate. It cannot be, because of some types of unemployment that we have, that no matter how efficient you are and how good you are as a country, you will definitely have an iota of unemployment in your country. That is why everybody desires that no matter what, you have around 3.5 to 4.5%. As low as that, it means that you are good to go as a country. So this will take us to sorry, our types of unemployment. So please, let's take note of what I've said so far. It is not for only like you knowing what unemployment is, unemployment rate is. It really affects people. It's a real situation that affects countries. that if you take it for granted, then its repercussions are, or its consequences will not be favorable at all. So as I said, no matter how efficient every country is, they always have a particular rate of unemployment, which most countries see as efficient when their unemployment rate falls within 3.5% to 4.5%. At that point, you realize that you are an efficient country. And as I said, it is because of some types of unemployment that you cannot run away from. Yes. So you are going to see it in the types of unemployment that we are going to discuss. So as of now, we know that we have learned so far what unemployment is. That is the situation where people who are currently looking for job, who are willing and capable to work at the existing wage rate or the current wage rate, cannot find jobs to do. So, and I also made the point that we have resource unemployment, where some resources in the country are lying down idle. So once they are not being used, it means they are unemployed. But as I'm saying, our focus is not going to be on the resources, is going to be on the human beings and labor. And I also said, as at this point, that we have something called unemployment rate that helps us to be able to measure how people are unemployed in the country. And that term we call unemployment rate, which is found or calculated by dividing the number of the unemployed over the number of labor force times 100%. The value should give you something in percentage. And once you get that value, if it falls within 3.5 to 4.5, it means it's an ideal situation for every country. But when it falls within, if it's below that, fair enough. If it is above that, then you see that you have to do some work to make sure that you reduce your unemployment rate to the ideal unemployment rate. But as I said, it is impossible to have 0% unemployment rate because of some types of unemployment that we are going to look at right now. But if you have heard of any type of unemployment, you can put it in the chat for me. That any type of unemployment you know of, you can put it in chat for me for us to see. So let's see some type of unemployment that we have. So I'm going to mention a lot of the types of unemployment, but we concentrate on a few, right? So some types of unemployment are, we have the frictional unemployment, we have the structural unemployment, we also have the cyclical unemployment, we also have the seasonal unemployment, we have also the disguised unemployment, urban unemployment, classical unemployment, and residual unemployment. Let me share the screen for you to see what I'm trying for you to see. So we have these types such as, so probably if you want to take notes, we have the frictional unemployment, we have the structural unemployment, we have the cyclical unemployment, we have the seasonal unemployment, we have the disguised unemployment, urban unemployment, classical unemployment, residual unemployment, etc. etc. There are so many. There are so many types of unemployment that we have. So these are few of them, right? These are few of them. So I think I got some comment from okay, Vanessa is saying we have yeah, she has heard of it before. Okay, that's good. You heard of unemployment before. Says, and I have Rose. The name I'm saying there is Rose. She says that it is a situation where people between the working age of 18 to 60 do not have jobs. Okay, okay, that is also fine. I appreciate that. So as I said, we have these few types of unemployment, but I'm going to take some of them and then we will discuss. We want to discuss, there are so many types, right? But we're going to take some few of them and then we um try to understand them and see their causes and see the solutions we can offer. So if I'm discussing a particular type of unemployment and you think you have the solution or the causes of it, you can also put it in the comment section for me. I'm going to see it and I will read it out. Okay. So let's first pick the frictional unemployment as the first one we said. The frictional unemployment. It is a type of unemployment that is caused by the time taken by a worker to move from one job to another. So if you are a worker is moving from one job to another, sorry, that time frame, the person, that type of unemployment that we are saying the person is unemployed within that short time is known as frictional unemployment. And also it's also the time that is taken by those who have graduated from school to secure a job. If you graduate from school, from senior high, from the university, and then you have to go and look for a job, during that short time that you are not having a job, you are now looking for it, you are unemployed. So that type of unemployment is not for any reason, but it's because of it's a type that you see that friction is something like prevent your movement. That makes sure that you don't get to what the point you want to get easily. As if move from his job and needs a new job, but something is causing him not to quickly get to that new job, right? So that within that time frame, and that's time frame that he needs to use to get the other job that he wants, especially if he didn't get a new job before resigning from the old one, then he's frictionally unemployed until he gets his new one. Aside that, to those who have also completed from school, you complete your school from senior high school, from universities. And if you are typically in Ghana, maybe you are a nurse or at least you finish school, you have to stay for a while to get a job or to get posted. At that short time, that's time that unemployed, you call it frictional unemployed. It's not unemployment. It's not because of anything, but it's a time that is taking you to be able to secure a job as a graduate. So you can see that this kind of unemployment is it's a short-term thing. It's not like a permanent thing. It's just that I'm doing when you are doing you are working and you realize that, oh no, I think I need a better job, or probably you want to move to a particular place that you need a job there. So though you have not secured a new job, you will probably resign from your old job. And once you resign from your old job, it means that you it means that probably as at during that short time you are unemployed. You are unemployed. Someone is saying that you can't find the written one I shared. Oh, that should be a network issue. I'm so sorry. It should be a network issue. So sorry about that. I think I have to work on that. You share the screen and then the system, the network determines what's about. I'm going to try to um share it again. I want to be sure on which one I shared that. That was on the, if I remember correctly, that was on the unemployment rate. So I'm going to do that um quickly within a short time, and let's see. So let me just try sharing it within a short time and let's see whether we can get that aspect again. Then we go back to the frictional unemployment. Okay, let's try and see. That was on the unemployment rate. So this is what I said, and then I gave the formula. I hope you can see it now. So this is the formula, and then but if you want me to also let you have it, just let me know in the comment section so that I will find a way for you to have a copy of what I am sharing, probably when I am done. Yes, thank you very much. You would have seen it now. The network is not favoring us at all, but this is our country. We love it the way it is, so it is well. And so um someone is saying that you can't find the definition of unemployment rate where the number of unemployed divided by population is times 100%. Okay, so that's the share. So I can't this. Okay, so I have, that's why I try to reshare. So as I said, if you um need a copy of what I shared, just put it in the comment section for me, and then I will make sure that um you get a copy of that so we can move on. Thank you very much. I appreciate your interaction with me. So I guess we can move on right now to the frictional unemployment as we were before we move from there. So let's see what. So as I said, this frictional unemployment, right, is one of the reasons why we countries cannot have zero unemployment rate. Yes, it's one of the major reasons why. The reason being that as a country, every country is keen on educating people, right? They are people. So if they are trying hard to educate you, you will definitely come to a point where you graduate and then you have to leave school to look for a job or to create yours, to create your own. That time frame is unavoidable by any country. Unless you tell me, unless the country decide not to educate its people, so we are not going to have any graduates who going to need some time to create their own jobs, or who are going to get how do we call it, or we are going to have people leaving school to create their own jobs or to look for jobs. If you don't have that as a country, then it means it's a serious situation. Yeah, it means it's a serious situation. Yes. Aside that too, there's no way you can have everybody sticking to their jobs. Like you are doing a job for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then you say, okay, I love my job so much that you want to stay in that job. It is it's not possible. Not everybody in the country can do it. So definitely you're going to have people moving from job to job and all those things. So you can see that that's one of the reasons why we are saying that there's no way you can have a zero unemployment rate. It is impossible. It's impossible. So um obviously you're going to have this kind of unemployment, which is going to be one of the reasons why we cannot have zero unemployment rate, right? So some of probably um as I said, it's a short-term phenomenon that we have, and then once, from what I said, it means that it's a time that is the reason. So what we can do is that you can see that some of the causes of this kind of unemployment is so obvious, such that um it is the lack of information. If you know that you are going to get a job, you know that there's a job that exists at a particular place, you apply for it, then you go for it. You don't come out of your job and then start looking for a job and staying home and be struggling for maybe 2 months, 3 months, 1 year to get a new job. The easiest thing you can do is to look for information. One of the causes of this one is lack of information. You lack information about the existing job. Because once people have know about where to find the next job, they will not need to stay in the house for even a day or two. They just quickly move, apply for that job, get it and start their job. So obviously that unemployment is gone, right? And aside that too, people lack the required skills. Sometimes it's, you're going to lose your uh, the name is we were on sorry for the distraction anyway. We were also, let's see, so obviously once you lack the skills, right, once you lack information about the job opportunity, once you lack the skill, you are going to have this kind of unemployment. How do we solve it? The easiest way to make sure that we make way for companies who probably are hiring, right, to advertise their jobs. And once they advertise their jobs, it's going to make it very easy for people to be able to access their jobs. So they will not have to wait in the house to be looking for a job because the job is already there. They know it is there. So there's no more that type of unemployment. If your graduate is leaving school, instead of leaving school and then yes, sorry, those who say they need a copy, yeah, I get you. So I'm going to make sure get copies. I'm going to make sure you get copies. Okay, so once you have jobs advertised, if someone is leaving school, he knows that, oh, this company advertised their job, so I should just apply for it and get it. So that solves that solution. That gives a solution to that problem. And then also, as a laborer, you cannot sit that way until you get a new job before you upgrade yourself. So as you know how the systems are going very fast, you keep upgrading yourself as a laborer, and then as time goes on, you see that you have um as time goes on, you see that you have I'm so sorry for the distraction. Some people keep calling me and texting me around this time. It's not the favorable time right now. I'm so sorry for that. So as you can see, once they are able to upgrade themselves anytime they are in school, anytime they are in school or they are in their current workplace, at the end, structural, what you structural unemployment, structural unemployment. So this kind of unemployment is caused by structural changes in the economy. So you see that many laborers are laid off as a result of change in the techniques of production in the country. So you see that whatever technique you use in producing goods and services become irrelevant because probably things have changed, right? And this one is not like the short-term one that we saw in the frictional unemployment. This is a long-term one where you see that there is you you have your job, but you have to lose your job because you don't have the techniques that will sustain you for the newest form of production. So, for instance, most people are seeing that so many things are going AI, artificial intelligence, AI, computer. Someone say computer everywhere. So if you are that kind that don't have those skills, right, your company starts to say that, oh, right now we don't want to do any computing work, any manpower work. We have so much robots. I think I have a video on unemployment that I have summarized. You see that now you have machines, robots that are doing a lot of jobs. Obviously, you're going to be laid off because no one needs no one needs that kind of how do you call it, skill anymore. Now we have the machines doing a better job. So what are you going to do? I don't know how many of you remember that, but this I'm going to share my screen now. How many of you remember this thing? If you don't remember, please ask your parents. You will I don't know how many of you know this. They are called cassettes. They are audio cassettes, right? In those times, right? If you listen to music, this is what we use. You want to listen to music, this is what you use. Um, it's I don't know how you saw it. Sometimes the road will go off, you put a pen inside and you roll it several times to be able to fix it well before you put it in your radio, and then it start playing the music for you. So if you're a company that producing all those things and have so many people who were doing that job, right, producing the cassettes and then DVDs. There are some of those times you used to have DVD machine, you want to watch movies. They are so big, the big type of the cassettes, and then if you finish your DVD and you watch movies. But now those things are no more. In fact, they're very, very minimal. So you hardly see people someone using cassette anymore. If you want music, all you have to do is to take your phone, then you Google it, you Google any song or you download any song that you want. Once once you have your song, you don't need to go and buy cassette anymore. So you don't see so many people buying cassettes. You see so many people now going online downloading their songs, even movies. People don't buy DVDs anymore. You go to Netflix or other movie apps, you can download any form of movie at a subscribed fee, and then you watch. So if you were someone who was into producing of how do we call it, cassettes, you are obviously out of job because people are not buying those things anymore. Your technique is way out. Once it's out of the system, you lose your job. And those kind of unemployment we call structural, because things have changed. And then let's see, obviously, as I said, the cause is because your technique, your way of production is outmoded, it's outdated. So people don't need those products. Once people don't need your products, you can't produce for people to buy. So once you can't produce for people to buy, it means you are out of job. So people get laid off. And this one is permanent. It's a permanent thing that happens. Unless maybe your company tries to do something new, bring a new technique. If that new technique comes in and you do not have that technique, obviously you are off. You are off. So that is the type of unemployment that most people will not want to find themselves in. But this is so real. As I said, you apply it to your lives. You ask yourself, the skill I want to acquire in senior high school or the job I am dreaming to have, you can research on it. How long lasting is that job going to be in the system? Is it going to be like it is common right now, but in 3, 4, 5 years, as you are in senior high school, which I believe most of you are, because this channel is basically for people in senior high school, but other people who are economics enthusiasts are more than invited to also watch. You will see that um any career you want to choose, any job or anything you are dreaming of producing, you want to create your own job, you want to do a particular job, you have to start researching or finding out how viable would that job be in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years when you have graduated from your universities or tertiary and your universities or colleges. If that job around that time may not be that viable, then you have to start advising yourself now. But if you take it for granted and you said, okay, probably you love what you are doing. If you love what you're doing so much that you're going to make sure